Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rekka back again from Anime Back When. So I just finished watching. First of all, let me just say, yo, it's been a while. It's been a few months since I've come through and I talked to you guys or whatever the case may be. Um, is there videos and stuff on the way? Yeah, but it's just that it's not been a lot of anime that's been watched. Where am I looking? Am I supposed to be looking here? I'm gonna look over right here. I think this is where I'm supposed to. Anyway, so there hasn't been a lot of videos that have been watched, or anime that's been watched. So that's why you guys haven't been getting videos. But I just finished watching episode 12, which is basically the second last episode of Appare-Ranman. And I must say, shout out to Mother's Basement. He's the one who, it was random. Like, I was just on YouTube. And even though I don't be watching anime like that right now, I'm more focused on my music career and everything like that. And I'll have the link in the description if you guys want to go check that out. Even though I haven't been watching a lot of anime and stuff like that, I still have all my anime YouTubers subscribed that I fuck with or whatever. And every now and then I'll go and I'll see whatever they're talking about. So I saw an interesting looking anime that Mother's Basement was talking about. And as soon as it came on, I just said, fuck it. Like, let me just go watch the first episode. And I went and I watched it and I was like, yo, this is actually kind of what's up. And then next thing you know, I watched the second episode and then I was like, yo, I'm going to see this through to the end. So let me just say that Appare-Ranman is probably the best modern anime that I've seen since probably The Promised Neverland. Demon Slayer was okay, but I think this is the most quality anime that I've seen since The Promised Neverland. It might even be better than The Promised Neverland for me, for what I like. Now, for any of you guys that have not watched Appare-Ranman at all, I think it came out with like the spring anime or some shit like that. Yeah, it came out in April. It's weird because what it starts off as in the first episode or the first couple of episodes, and then what it becomes when you get to the episode that I fucking just watched, but it really changes around episode 9, 10. But what it gets to when you get to episode 12 is a night and day difference, because at first, you know, the show the show markets itself like it's just about some little quirky kid. And that's what we have here. We have the main character. Pari is he's one of them quirky dudes. He dressed kind of weird, he looked kind of weird hairstyle, very intellectual, very analytical. He's very intelligent. Well, I guess that's what intellectual means, right? But anyway, he's very intelligent. He's very good with his with nicks and knacks and building shit. And basically, he winds up going to America. And along comes, so he's from Japan, and the other guy, Kasame, they're both from Japan, and they end up in America. And just for the record, the Japanese have always been, I think they've always been very good at capturing the essence of the West in their perception of the West in anime. And it's very interesting with shows like Pet Shop of Horrors and shows like Gunsmith Cats did a good job of that. There was a little bit of Canadian and American representation in like G Gundam, you know what I mean? But I think the Japanese have always done a decent job of making shit take place in America, even Read or Die. But anyway, so it takes place, I think where they end up, they're somewhere in the Midwest, I think. And basically they're trying to get home, but they can't afford to get home. Or at least Kasome, the fucking ninja, or not ninja swordsman, he's trying to get the fuck home. And long story short, this turns into a fucking anime that's like about fucking racing. You think it's about this racing anime and they build cars and they race around, but it's dope at the time. Like, it's dope. You think it's dope. You know what I mean? You see them racing and you see them building, working on their cars, and I'll beat you and this, that, and the other. And it's dangerous because the route and all this type of stuff. And this is not just a racer. This is not NASCAR. You know what I mean? These are like, they're going for these races through the mountains and through tundra, and to the point where sometimes they might even have to have pit stops during the race. Like, it's crazy. So You fast forward, you get to like the middle of the series, and this is where you start to see that it's a little bit more intense than what you thought it was, because now motherfuckers are getting, motherfuckers are getting their heads blown off. Motherfuckers are getting killed and stuff like that. And without going into too much detail, you get to like the 10th episode, and the evil reveals itself on who's evil and this, that, and the other. And by the time you get to episode 12, which I just watched, I'm talking about, it's like a shonen type of thing. You know what I mean? Like literally, the show mixes different elements from different anime styles and genres. So you have, your little Western type cowboy Wild Wild West type of thing going on. Like, and then you have like the Bacano kind of thing going on. You know what I mean? With the way they dress, like you got that 1940s type shit going on. And then you got the Edo Japan era thing going on with Kasome's character. But then you have steampunk a little bit, because especially in the type of machine that Appare built, and he's moving around in, and he's driving around, it kind of gives you it gives you that little steampunk. Any of you guys that have seen Steam Boy, or what's another good steampunk movie, or even Nausicaa has elements of steampunk in there. Castle in the Sky has elements of steampunk in there. What else? Anyway, steampunk. If y'all don't know what steampunk is, look up steampunk. But yeah. So it's just I can't get off it. What it started off as and what it became. I was not expecting that, and it was already good from what it was. So it only made me even more of a fan when I got to like episode 10, and I'm trying that. If you see, I'm kind of trying to maneuver around because I don't want to give away too much. But man, y'all guys got to check out Appare-Ranman, Ranman or Ranma. And it's not Ranma, Ranman. Appare-Ranman. Check that out if you haven't seen it. Incredible show. I'll be back next week to talk about the 13th and final episode on what my thoughts are for the next season and all that type of stuff. There will be more reviews coming soon. How soon? I don't know. It could be one out next week, or it could be one out next month. It just fucking depends on, and it depends on the demand from you guys. If you guys, talk to me in the comment section below and let me know if y'all want to see some more anime back when. If y'all want to see anime back when, I'll give you anime back when. I'll squeeze in a video a week for you guys. I can definitely do that. But you guys got to let me know that you guys really want it. Otherwise, I'm just going to get on here and just talk whenever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I feel like it. But yeah, so last little thoughts on Appare-Ranman. For all you guys that love shonen, y'all are going to have to wait a little bit. Y'all are going to have some delayed gratification a little bit before you get to that. And that's probably the reason why it's not as popular as I never was hearing about it earlier than I did. Is probably because of the first half of the series. It comes off like this little old, 1800s, early 1900s anime where they're just racing around in fucking old mobiles and all this type of stuff. And that's not what it was intended to be. But I guess it takes like, it's a build up, you know what I mean? And I feel like this show has the potential to go on to be, even if it's not the biggest hype thing in the world, you know what I mean? Because that's just how it always is, man. The thing that's always hyped in any genre of anything, in any medium, the thing that's always the most hype is 11 out of 10 times the thing that's the most hype is not the cream of the crop. Let's just keep it a buck. And I'm going to piss all you motherfuckers off that, just gobble and slurp and suck and dick ride My Hero Academia. That's probably one of the most talked about animes of this generation. And to me, is one of the most overrated things I ever heard of in my life. I watched the first season 1.5 times. I saw maybe halfway through the second season. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I didn't watch one episode. I didn't watch 3 episodes. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit is overrated as fuck. But the point of even why I'm even bringing that show up, I feel like this has the potential, Appare-Ranman to be one of those anime that it goes down, like when we make anime lists and we talk about underrated anime, or we just talk about good anime, it'll solidify itself as a good anime if what I'm seeing it build into, and if there's a second season, third season, if it continues to evolve and maintain the quality that it's already maintaining, I feel like it'll just be, let me look over at the shelf real quick. Or I can't even see the shelf from here anymore. But when I think about an anime that's just good, it's not the most craziest anime. Like, people don't talk about it like it's the greatest thing they've ever heard. But let me go look at the shelf quick. Shows like Gantz, shows like Elfenlied, shows like Nadia Secret of Blue Water, shows like Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, shows like The Gray Man, shows like, these are quality shows. These are decent shows that are cool, but it's not like they're talked about as the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I think Appare-Ranman, it can go down and be, and some of these shows that I just named, by the way, Air Gear, some of these shows that I'm naming, there's people out there that this is their favorite anime. You know what I mean? For whatever personal reasons, whatever intrinsic, whatever intrinsically inspires them to have that as their favorite anime. Yeah. So I feel like Appare-Ranman is gonna go down as one of those. It's probably never gonna be the big, unless, again, because it started here and now it's here, so who knows if it could get up there. I don't necessarily see it being the most biggest talked about anime anytime soon, but I think it's definitely a quality anime. And yeah, I hope I didn't ramble on too much and all that in this video, but I just wanted to come back on, let y'all know that I'm still alive. I'm still doing my thing. Videos can be done at the request. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to wait till I feel like putting them out. And if I watch something and I'm inspired to do a video like this show here, then I'll do that. But listen, I'm out. Like the video. Let me know, by the way, are you guys watching Appare-Ranman? Have you guys heard of it? What do you guys think? Have you been skeptical of watching it? If not, if you have been skeptical of watching it, go check it out. And that's all. Like the video, comment down below what y'all want to see next. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Anime Back When.